We shouldn't be saying this.
This is third degree.
Let's get into it. 3 new bombshells. I'm trying to bell.
I don't know what I'm doing! The plot plotted, and we're making it work.
We shouldn't be saying this.
Maybe I simply don't want to be hurt.
Why is that being posted?
I was having a nice first. Let's get into it. Are we ready to finally start this? Guys, I did redid my room. Me and Lizzie were stuck in my room. Well, not really stuck. We chose to be stuck. We rearranged my whole room.
I put new holes in the drywall by hand, and it freaked me out, kind of.
I have to fix the drywall in my room.
Oh, in your dorm. I'm great at spackling.
Do you want to fix it?
I really don't want to. I need to study for the anatomy final that I take tomorrow morning.
So you can do it tomorrow night?
There you go.
All right. I might be an emotional mess, but sure.
Okay.
Oh,
You'll
tomorrow-
see Evie.
tomorrow night's gonna be rough.
What's tomorrow night?
She leaves.
Oh.
I leave Wednesday.
Oh.
I will be having an emotional breakdown.
So what, you're just driving back?
No, my parents are coming to move me out Wednesday morning.
We told her that, I know, you idiot.
I know. She's driving back to us?
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
She's driving back Friday.
I have if I didn't have my doctor's appointment Friday, I would just stay here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I have a doctor's appointment with the cardiologist that I have not seen in a year and a half. So my good sir needs to see me because I've been passing out again.
All right.
My tummy hurts.
We need to eat food, real food.
I am.
Okay.
I'm eating raisins.
Okay, first question.
I flew
Is
up last
food.
night.
You might want to tell them what we're doing.
Oh, we're gonna do stupid debates that have no answer.
Or maybe we can find the answer.
Or maybe we can find an answer. We don't really know. You can figure that one out. All right. First is food. Is ranch dressing elite or disgusting?
Elite.
Disgusting.
Only with wings, though. I don't like when people like pizza and like fries. I don't like that.
Right.
It's
I
a
like
great
it
dipping
on-
sauce.
I like it for wings.
I like it for carrots.
And
And
veggies.
Veggies.
and
Besides
wings.
that, do not put it on anything. That's disgusting.
I like it for
Found our
spicy
culprit. There's no way she's not our culprit. Are you kidding me?
What?
Did we see this?
Yes, we see. We knew it was her this whole time.
They don't even look human.
That I told you.
We know it's her. It's either something on her phone already that it just
no,
automatically
she
does
100%
it.
does it.
Right.
Anyway, sorry. Ranch
think
dressing
it's
is
gross.
elite.
No.
Okay, but you just said you like it as a dipping sauce for veggies.
Only on veggies.
Okay,
it's disgusting
fine.
on anything else.
Correct.
No, I love buffalo ranch.
Gross.
No, I think anything mixed with ranch is gross.
Right.
No, I love buffalo ranch.
Yeah, I like it on my wings when they're like
Well,
spicy.
that's buffalo ranch.
No, I don't eat buffalo wings. They're gross. Buffalo is hot just to be hot. It doesn't taste like anything. I think it's
love
gross.
buffalo.
I
But
think,
then again, I grew up in a hot sauce household.
no, I think hot sauce and stuff is nasty because
I love hot sauce.
I just hate when things are like hot or spicy or whatever for no reason. Like I want it to be like spicy with flavor.
I see.
Like-
Not just
like
making
hot
my
honey.
my
Oh,
tongue
I
hot.
love my
Like
hot honey.
hot honey because it's sweet. Like it still has a flavor to it. It's not just hot.
I have a
Right.
tube of that. A tube. I have a
Bottle?
bottle of it in my room.
All right. Are Pop-Tarts ravioli?
No.
Yes.
No. Ravioli is
By
pasta.
definition, the thing that makes ravioli is the fact that
give me the formula.
The definition of ravioli is a small pasta envelope containing ground meat, cheese, or vegetable.
Okay, so
Pop-Tarts have none of those things.
it's not a ravioli, but it's also the same.
It's the same idea,
concept
but it's
of a
not a
ravioli.
ravioli.
But it's not
But I
ravioli.
guess it's
Ravioli is
also the same
pasta.
thing as just like a puff pastry.
Well,
Correct.
It's just
Raviolis,
flat.
okay, what qualifies something as ravioli? Square or round pillow-shaped stuffed pasta?
Yeah, it has to be pasta. Ravioli is
All
a
right.
pasta shape.
So it's not pasta.
So
But
no.
it's not ravioli.
Wrong.
So it's not ravioli. It's just ravioli-esque.
That one's wrong. Okay. Are we living in a simulation? Yes.
No.
We
Yes.
have to be.
No.
We have to be.
There is no way there is no way I have gone through everything in my life.
I'm
and
not
it has
saying
all been
us.
fake.
I'm not saying us. I'm saying the things around us.
So every other human being?
No.
No, I
The
think we are
environment.
living in a simulation. We are not controlled by anything, but the environment
The
and
environment,
everything else is
the
controlled.
news, the politics, everything else is controlled.
Well,
We control our own lives, but we're placed in an environment where everything else is controlled.
Everything
around
else
us.
is controlled around us. There's
You're
no
telling
way.
me you ain't never looked up at the sky and been like, wow, that's fake.
no.
Oh.
I have. I'm like, this doesn't look real.
I also, well, the
What are you
Bible. So, like, you know, that's
we go.
not, that's not really something that crosses my mind often.
Maybe the Bible is wrong. How about that?
I know the Bible is wrong on some aspects.
On the fact that we
So
are real.
sorry, Beth Ann. Oopsies.
The Bible's not real, Bella. How do you think about that? What do you think? Oh, she does not like that one. It's just a story of
It's just-
morals. It's
yeah.
a book of morals written in a way for people to understand and give people an answer to things they don't have
And
answers to.
make excuses for their wrongs.
Well, that's just humans being humans.
That's humans taking
Because
it and turning it into a
honestly,
weapon.
Correct.
they don't. It's not even just the Bible. They can turn anything and make it.
People turn everything into something that doesn't need to be,
It's not
or a
just
reason as to why.
Oh, get that
Okay,
itch, Bella.
I think.
Ooh, yeah.
I
Ooh,
think-
yeah.
Oh, not that. Bella, not on the pod.
Bella, the camera is on. Please.
I think. Okay, so I think.
What is on your mind?
Can I talk? I got the talking stick.
What stick?
This one. It's imaginary.
Here, you want the talking koala? There you go.
Okay, so what were we talking
I
about?
don't feel good.
Bible. Where was I going? Where was I
How I
going?
hate the Bible.
Okay. So
A
the
book
Bi-
of morals.
Okay, the Bible was used to explain things that we don't have answers to, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm saying people don't have answers as to why they hate something, so they're using that as a way to explain why they
Because
hate
Jesus
something.
said so.
I mean, let's think about
Jesus
it.
loves
Even
me.
before the Bible,
Does he?
like Greek and Roman mythology was just ways for them to
Correct.
explain things that they didn't understand.
Right,
Correct.
so that's exactly what it is. It's the same thing.
Yeah, we just put religion into it.
Right, which just means I don't know what the difference between mythology and religion are.
It's all a theological debate.
Great. So there's no
God.
answer.
Yeah.
Well, because my dad's that way too. Like my dad, he
Robert!
what it's
Hi,
like.
Robert.
I don't remember what it is, but Odin,
Mm-hmm.
whatever he falls under,
Norse mythology.
that.
Oh.
My dad will praise him till the day he put a beer out for him the night before my scholarship was announced. He as offerings.
Right.
And I had this whole argument with him the other day. I was like, you realize I would have gotten the scholarship either way. The scholarship was already picked before it was announced.
Right.
Like we didn't know, like it was already picked that I had it before you left the beer there. So you just wasted a perfectly good beer.
Well, that's like
And he was like, well, yeah, that's the sacrifice. And I was like, but it was already picked.
people have like weird wives' tales and traditions. Like down south, it's tradition that you bury a bottle of whiskey at the wedding venue a month before the wedding, and then it's to ensure that you won't have rain. It's a month or a year or something like that. Ensure you won't have rain on your wedding day.
So what if it does rain?
Well, you unbury the bottle on your wedding day and you drink it, but it's
I was going to say, that's a big waste of a bottle of fucking whiskey.
No. You unbury it, and then, like, some people, like, keep it, and you know how they do the cake. We talked about the other day.
Yeah, that's gross.
Thank you!
I think
Thank
that's gross.
you!
I mean, like, frozen, if you take, like, the icing off, like,
No, it's
maybe
gross.
it could be okay. Stuff like that
Anyway.
lasts a while in the freezer, but no way it lasts a year. You
Anyway,
can get, like, 6 months before
but-
it's, like, bad.
some people take that whiskey bottle, and then they, like, some people, like, pay really good money to get it, like,
Epoxy?
nope. They get it decorated and everything. And, like, they'll get the bottle engraved with their wedding date and
See,
everything.
that's something I would do.
But
Because
then
that
it just-
bottle you can keep.
Exactly. And then they'll
Like, even
just,
once
like,
it's empty, you can keep the bottle.
They can drink it on their anniversary, like a
Yeah.
little bit, have a little whiskey on the
and that
rocks.
lasts. That's not something
Exactly,
that's gonna
but
go
it's
bad.
but it's a wives' tale that like you bury a bottle so much time period
What if
before
I
your
bury a
wedding.
bottle of moonshine?
I mean, I don't know the rules. It's not really my tradition. I just know it exists. But, like, it's stuff like that. It's like, how is a bottle of whiskey in the ground going to predict that, like,
The rain.
it's gonna rain on your wedding day or not? But then there's some traditions that say raining on your wedding day is a sign of good luck.
But people also say that's a sign that you're gonna get divorced.
Exactly. So it's all
It's a mindset.
it's all
guys.
just what do you want to believe to make yourself happy in life.
See, I'd want it to rain on my wedding day if my reception was inside.
Right.
Like,
Correct.
if everything was
Oh my
in, my
God.
ceremony and reception was inside, fine.
And then very, like,
'Cause then
a
it's nice out.
greenhouse, and, like, you're just watching the rain and all the twinkle lights.
Ugh! See, but I want an outside wedding. I want outside ceremony, inside reception.
Correct.
Because I need to have a
cannot
real
be
dance
outside
floor
for that
and
long.
a bar.
Right.
If my wedding doesn't have a bar, I'm not attending.
Hey, it's your own wedding.
It's
You
your
get to
wedding.
pick.
Right. So,
Worst come to worst, I'll just be your own personal bartender for the night.
bro, one of the girls at the studio, she taught her little sister to... Her little sister's like a year and a half max. I don't know how old she actually is. She's fucking adorable. Lulu has the video. But she would go. She'd go, to all of us. She's so cute.
I did it when we recorded with Brayden. I did it.
What?
I started picking up on your mannerisms. I went, ah.
That's an Allie thing.
Well-
Her Snap private story is literally called autism noises because we don't know how to spell bell. So we've decided on BLEUGH.
Yeah.
But you know the turtle I have in my room, the turtle studio, she has a white one and they're both named Bell. Because we got them on vacation together.
Wow.
Yeah.
They
But now
are
we have
going
everyone
off
doing
up
it.
there. Can you hear it?
Nope.
Oh, then they stop.
All right. Is making the bed actually pointless?
Is
Yes.
No.
Making the bed actually pointless. Yes.
what? No.
Yes.
No.
You're just
you
gonna
just say that
undo
because
it.
you're so lazy and you don't like to make the bed
No,
every
you're
morning.
just gonna undo
No,
it at night.
It is actually so nice to come back to a made bed.
It
at the
is
end of the
nice, but
day.
like to do that all and then to just have to go in it and ruin
Have
it.
less on your bed.
That, and also if you spent less time in your bed during the day and it was just for sleep like it's supposed to be, then
Right.
you're not.
That's my
I think
issue.
that's my issue.
That is your issue.
My bed is also my couch.
Your bed is your couch, your desk, your vanity. You do
My table to eat.
Exactly. But that's why we changed your desk chair so that way you want to sit at your desk more often.
Yeah, that probably won't happen, but
That's fine. We also gave you a corner.
we have a nice little fun kid corner.
Autism corner.
Autism
can't
corner.
say that.
I am saying it, and I am not afraid to say it. This is an autism corner. I made it for myself in mind.
It's a sensory corner.
I made
No,
it,
Blake, I swear to God. If you knock it over again, I'll kill you.
I made it for myself in mind because
Hey,
like
no,
a
don't
nice,
eat my keys.
small space to hide when things get stressful.
Don't eat my key.
Bella.
All right. Should you text K or is that an act of war?
That is an act of war.
That's an act of war. That means
Okay,
you.
That's an attitude.
That you at least have to give 2 Ks. You have to pull that KK.
No.
That's
Yes.
worse.
No.
Unless you're saying it in like a upbeat manner. If you're just saying KK to like a serious message or like.
Oh, well, yeah, but
No,
yeah.
I say, if I text my dad and I'm like, hey, can you please do this for me? I really need KK. The fuck is your problem?
That's the same as sure. I hate the word sure.
right, but
Oh,
like
see, I'll say sure if
Sure.
I'm mad, but I say sure like
sure.
SHORE if I'm like, okay, yeah, that's fine.
Sure. No, but I feel like if you're just like having an idle conversation and someone's like, you know what I mean?
But it's
If
different
I'm
if you're
talking
talking
in person, if
you
it's
say
texting,
okay.
Oh, I'm saying in texting.
Right, no. I don't think K is ever acceptable.
No.
Especially a capital one. You had to do extra work to make that K capital.
No,
Well,
you have to do extra
we
work
have to do
because
extra work.
somebody has their caps lock off, their automatic caps lock off. Mine is automatically capitalized.
Mine's off too.
Capitalized. That's just your prefrontal cortex isn't developed yet. You'll get there. Anyway. In person, yes. Over text message, no.
Is liking your own post weird or confident?
I do it all the time.
I do it all the
I
time.
do it all the time. I think it's just part
I
of
put
it.
so much work into my post, I'm gonna like it.
But why does it matter if you're liking your own post or not? Why do we care that much of who's liking our post and how many people or whatever? It doesn't make sense to me. I don't give a fuck.
Well,
See,
Yeah.
my thing is when it comes to like TikTok, like I've had my TikToks come up on my own For You page.
I just
And
don't like
I won't
the
even
bubble being
realize.
open.
Well, I won't even realize that it's me, and I'll just like just like dissociated like it, and be like, wait, that's my face.
I just don't like when there's just the bubble. Or like the open bubble, or it's just
Oh,
gray.
see,
I
I
want it
don't-
to be red.
That doesn't bother me.
I like it. I think it's fine. I think who gives a fuck?
Wait, go back.
Should you
That's a good
FaceTime
one.
unannounced? Yeah, I think it's fine. Depending on who the person is.
Right.
And where they are.
Right. Because like my thing is like.
The context of the situation is important.
Yeah. Well, my thing is I could be doing anything, but if like my boyfriend FaceTimes me, then I'm answering.
Right.
I will walk away and yeah.
Yeah.
But like if I'm out somewhere and like like a friend of mine, like you two, I would probably answer depending on what I'm doing. But if like one of the other Zetas or something FaceTime me, like I'd decline the call and text them, hey, what's up?
Right.
Because it's like weird for me to get a random FaceTime from them.
right.
Yeah. I feel like you.
I was gonna say I randomly FaceTime you from time to time.
Well, yeah, you
And
did
as
it
long
the
as
other
you're-
day, and I couldn't answer you because I had no service.
Right, but as long as you're free, you normally answer.
Right.
Yeah.
And I mean, and it's not. And I think it is important to know like I knew where you were. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like if you know where the person is and like you know what they're kind of doing, then it's like one thing to do it unannounced. But if you're like
You have no idea what
you have
they're
no
doing.
idea what they're doing,
Unless it's an emergency or you're gonna like die or something.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Because that's the thing with Noah. I love him to death. Noah randomly FaceTimes me all the time, and most of the time I can answer, but sometimes I just can't, and I'll have to, like he calls me at work a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I'll decline it. Hey, I'm at work. What's up? And then I just don't get an answer. I'm just like, Noah, you FaceTime me for a reason.
Right.
Just text me.
Right.
But,
I hate when people FaceTime you randomly and then don't text you anything.
yeah.
Like you don't answer or
Like,
you
why
can't
were
answer.
you trying to contact me
Like there was a reason.
and then not answer?
or at least give me, I was just trying to talk to
I was
you.
just
That was
bored.
it. Like give me something or I'm gonna think somebody's dead.
yeah.
Exactly.
Or you're missing or something.
And then you get me the sign of life,
I do.
and I'm like,
do
I'm
that.
alive. I
do
very
that.
much so am
I'm
alive.
like, can you give me a sign of life? You're not answering me. Is clapping when the plane lands acceptable?
No.
I think it's stupid.
I think it's hilarious.
I do it because it's funny.
no.
Same with, like, when a movie ends.
No.
What are we
No.
clapping for?
I don't know. It's hilarious, though.
No.
Are we clapping for the pilot? Thank you, everybody.
You tell the pilot thank you as you exit the goddamn cockpit. Don't clap upon landing.
I'm gonna exit your cockpit.
I want to enter your cockpit.
I was gonna say, why are we?
Speaking of random calls,
Who is it?
a
Spam.
telemarketer.
Should let me answer it.
Yeah, it's on the phone.
My phone's recording. Hello.
I love doing phone calls over my watch. I'm like, ah. Anyway, no, don't clap when the plane lands. Don't clap when the movie's over. The director and the actors cannot hear you in your studio in the middle of bumfuck nowhere.
Yeah.
Stop clapping at. That is such
I
a
just,
white
like-
person thing to be like. Yay!
It's such a white person thing. That's why I make Evie do it.
Yeah, the plane landed, guys. We survived.
I think that's why I think people are so anxious. How like, oh my god, we made it.
I really
I
want to know.
hate flying. That's how I am. I will always like praise anytime I.
Honest
land a
to
plane
God, I
because-
really want to know if this is something that now. Is this something that started after 9/11?
I think it is.
I doubt it.
Or is this something that we've been doing since like we learned how to
I feel
fly?
like well, the first
and-
time they flew a plane when they landed, they clapped.
Well, obviously, but that's because it was the fucking Wright brothers
So I'm
and their
saying
fun.
it's probably just
Yes,
kept going.
the Wright brothers.
But I'm just saying, like,
the wrong brothers.
at what point? At
the
what
left
point
brothers.
has it
The
like
Wright brothers. Oh,
started?
the Up brothers.
the Down brothers.
What's up, brother?
The Down brothers.
Like, at what point has it become? Stop it! You two are heinous. At what point has
What's
it
up,
become
brother?
like tradition for us to be like, oh, plane landed?
Can I
But,
look it
like,
up?
But also, I feel like the last time I flew, nobody clapped. Like,
Okay, wait. So it originated in the early days of air when flying was a novel and a rare experience. It's
Exactly.
to celebrate the return of home after a long journey, to congratulate the pilot and the crew, and a celebration from fearful flyers that it's all over.
So we're all correct.
so yeah.
Yeah.
But I
still
think it's
dumb.
I think it's bullshit, and I think we need to stop clapping. Just dab up the fucking pilot as you exit the cockpit. Be like, "What up, dude? Thanks for keeping us alive today."
Question:
Yeah,
Is it dab or dap?
Dab.
dab.
I thought it was dap.
I've always
It's not
said
a P.
dab.
I always thought it was dap, and I don't remember who Someone
I think there is
typed
both.
it out to
There
me.
is
There's both.
There is both. There is a dap and there is a dab.
What's the difference?
I don't know.
I couldn't tell you.
Look it up. Look up dap up.
Difference between dap up and dab.
Dap up is a friendly gesture of greeting or solitary between. It's a Western culture thing.
No, that's
knock-
us. We are Western culture.
To knock your fist against somebody else's as a greeting. A dap up is technically a fist bump.
No.
To knock your fist
but
against
I don't.
somebody.
I think that's. Come here. I think that's when people do that and they like hold that.
Oh, it is dap up.
Told you.
What? Dabbing, on the other hand, is a dance move where one arm
dab.
is raised and the other one is tucked into your arm's crook.
Yeah,
I always thought it was dab up.
Someone typed it out to me once. They like texted me.
Wait,
And
okay,
they
but it
were,
also
like,
says
dab.
dabbed up and dapped up are often used interchangeably, and they
Well,
both
yes.
mean the same thing.
Oh, see, they have a whole handshake. Come here. I'm the
Oh.
white one.
It is. Yeah, that's how people know
That
how to
is
do
how
it.
it is. It just became. This became what it became because
Because
of.
it's shorter.
Well, and also, like, were you not a part of the internet when that became a trend after people had sex? They'd be like,
Yes, I'm aware. I do
Yeah.
that.
no, that will never happen in my life. Never
Yeah.
done it and never will.
I just think it's funny. I do it for the meme. For the,
What
Do it for the
meme?
vine.
What meme? Who is seeing it?
I think it's hilarious.
think it is absolutely
I think it's
heinous.
hilarious. Is folding laundry a waste of time if you live alone?
No.
No, because I think it's easier to find your clothes when it is all
Yes.
put away in a spot.
No, it's not a waste of time. It's actually the most calming and relaxing thing.
Well, that's a crazy thing to say.
Well, I enjoy doing laundry. I'm so sorry.
That is a crazy concept to me.
I know it is. That's why.
Is ghosting ever okay? Yes.
No.
No.
Yes.
No.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
I've ghosted many people in my day.
We're aware. To some extent. To some extent, okay.
Like the snap ho kind of.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
different.
I ghosted a therapist once.
Oh wow, that's
I did too.
So like
wild.
I think that's okay. I think if you're not vibing with someone, you just there's no need to talk to them. There's no reason. If there's no like actual connection with somebody and you're
But
just
I'm saying
over the phone,
if there is a connection and you just ghost them, wild. Don't do that.
I feel like
Don't
that's
do
not
that.
as common.
No, it is. I had somebody completely.
Psych, I actually have ghosted someone I went on a date with.
I work Sunday. That's what I have.
Yeah.
I forgot. I got it. Don't worry.
I ghosted,
Yeah, he deserved that.
but like I also feel like you feel it coming. It's awkward. I feel like I've never ghosted somebody or I've never been ghosted.
I
was
have.
once.
That like
Way too many times.
it's
I
just
have
like
once.
nothing. There's always a lead up. There's always a lead up.
No, there literally wasn't. I literally had somebody just walk out of my life.
Yeah.
Like,
I
we
mean-
were friends one day, the next day, gone. Never talked to me again, never spoke to me again. And I literally was so confused. I
That
was
doesn't
like,
comprehend in my brain.
I was like,
I mean, mine was a
hello?
good thing. So.
I mean,
Right.
Yep.
right.
So.
Anyway.
Bust up, but you know.
This is for Natalie. Our surprise
I hate
parties,
them!
Our surprise party's fun or
I
stressful emotional track.
Them.
She hates surprises, period.
Correct. I hate. Period.
Why do you hate surprises?
Because I always find out that there's one happening. Like my thing is, if I had no idea at all that anything was gonna happen, sure.
See, that's why
But I
told you
always-
you needed to keep your mouth shut.
My thing is, she texted me saying, "Are you doing anything Friday?"
How was I supposed to get her to go to dinner?
We could have figured that one out.
But-
she knew the moment you said dinner that I was going to be there.
Well, my problem is if she didn't ask, "What are you doing the Friday before your birthday?" I wouldn't have even thought.
We already had a dinner planned for your birthday.
We had a plan for Sunday night.
So me doing it, changing it to Friday.
We could have done a Sunday night.
No, it's okay. I work Sunday, so like I wouldn't have
Right,
wanted to
fine.
go.
Oh, just.
But that was the problem. Was I knew she was trying to plan something for my birthday because my birthday's on Saturday. She was trying to plan something for my birthday.
Someone's turning
I-
19.
Nasty 19.
That
I'm turning 21.
I knew that you were trying to plan something, meaning it would have been bigger than just
Me.
not you and I. Let's go out to dinner. So
Because that could have been a, let's go, right now.
yeah, like that's
But
the thing.
that's
If you wanted
what
to,
it could have been.
you
Not,
could have texted me Friday night, hey, birthday's tomorrow, want to go out to dinner?
Yeah, but if you would have ended up planning something.
That is probably true. I probably would have ended up going to Benny's and stayed with Allie and all them and had a party.
Well,
at Benny's house. I love parties at Benny's.
We can still have a party. I'm turning 21!
Can you not go that loud in the fucking microphone? Is astrology legit or just fun homework for adults?
Fun homework for adults.
I think it's legit.
A little bit of both.
I think it's legit.
I think there's aspects of it that are legit.
And then I think it's also, I think it's the same thing as religion. It's a mindset.
Yeah.
It makes you think about positive things or it makes you think about things differently.
Yeah.
My thing is, what does me being born in Bethlehem, PA on May 3rd at whatever fucking time it was have to do with why I am the way I am?
Well, it's just about where the sky was that
It's
night.
about the sky.
But like, what does that have to do with why I am the way I am?
That's the same thing as people saying like a full moon makes people go crazy.
Exactly.
But I don't say that. That's from I just don't believe in any of it. I think it's all bullshit.
I do. I think that because when that stuff happens, it's like a different pressure. It's something with the atomic pressure. The pressure's different, and therefore people act different. That's why your things hurt when it's gonna rain.
Your joints hurt because the pressure in the atmosphere is changed.
That's different. That's not like that's a scientifically proven.
I think the moon thing is too.
It might be, but I'm saying that the stars lining up the way they did the day I came out of my mother's vagina has nothing to do with the fact that my joints don't work and I'm probably autistic and I'm like high-key an idiot. Shh. I already have one person tell me I'm autistic all the time. I don't need another.
I am autism.
Natalie, we're just a group of two autistics and an ADHD.
Okay, so it's
because I was tested.
Okay. It's a hypothesis that was posed in 1999 because it suggested that a full moon made you sleep deprived because it was a bright full moon all night, which worsened existing mental disorders.
So it just makes you not able to sleep because it's brighter out. It does nothing else. So if I have blackout curtains, I'm fine.
And it's just specifically for people with mental issues already.
So all of us. So we're fine.
But I still sleep on full moons. So.
Well, correct.
Yeah.
Because it's not that bright.
Is being cringe just being free? I think.
Yeah, I love being cringy.
I think people think things are cringy when they're nice.
No,
people don't like nice things anymore.
Well, and I also think people have turned cringy into people just being people.
Well,
like, I think when there's certain things that, honest to God, that are put on the internet that I'm like, where was the thought process?
I think it's
here?
cringy
like
because
the millennial,
it's like,
yeah, the like millennial cringe, like
yeah, but also
TikToks.
I think there's some forms of like cringe that are just like human beings being human beings, but because society wants us all to act one way, we've deemed it as cringe. Therefore, because like think about it, like I don't know,
what's the thing?
I feel like I've ended up on a part of the internet that's like hippie crunchy mom, but it's like
that's not cringe.
But that's not cringe. So some people say it is, but I don't think that's cringe. I think that's just people living a different lifestyle that's more grounded and down to the earth. Yeah. And people see that as cringe because they're not following society's norms. And it's not like trad wife or like crunchy mom. It's just people doing things differently.
And I think, cringe was originally like if you got hurt, like you cringed.
Right.
So like I think people are using it as like a ooh.
Yes. My thing is the cringe stuff to me is like the TikToks where it's like, fuck, there's one very
where they're
specific
purposely trying to be funny and they're not.
Yeah, or like the I'm so clumsy. And like her coffee back like that shit is so
I'm
stupid.
I'm just a 28-year-old toddler and they're like knocking
that video
shit over that's totally does not.
That is cringy because
like,
that's just ridiculous.
Yeah. Like that's just stupid.
What is the thing that people would call when like you're in like when people are actually nice to you in a relationship that they think is cringy? What the fuck is it called?
A simp?
Yes.
Men being simps.
I love that.
No, but a simp is just actually guess what, the bare fucking minimum.
Yeah.
Right.
What you
like
should be
I'm sorry when people are like, oh, why are you like writing letters or whatever? I'm sorry, that's the most adorable fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. I love a handwritten
People
note.
like toxic now. So when something is nice, they think it's weird.
Correct.
Give me my nice. Out with the toxic. Thank you very much.
We've already done that.
Out with the old, in with the new.
Correct. That's why
Goodbye, clouds of gray. Hello, skies of blue.
Was no hats in school a dumb rule?
Yes.
No.
I think depending on the hat. I don't see why I can't wear a baseball cap to school.
No, I do.
Why? What are you hiding in your hat?
No, it's not what you're hiding with your hat. It's the fact that you can't see your face clearly. School shootings, babe.
I guess
like,
so.
think about it. Like, a beanie, sure, I think that's stupid. Let me wear a fucking beanie. Or, like, even if it's just, like, if you're wearing a backwards baseball cap.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
but I'm saying if, like, when people wear baseball caps like this is how we get people in our schools that we don't know and we don't recognize, and that's how school shootings happen. I think that rule literally came about because of school shootings. Because for a while, it was after Sandy Hook. Sandy, because for a while, that was not a problem. But because the guy in Sandy Hook wore a baseball cap, obscured his face, and then security they couldn't see him on the cameras properly, I think it's simply because of school shootings. Like, it's just a safety thing. So that we can easily identify people that are on cameras.
Because the cameras already suck as they are.
And, right. And then also, like, we had a security desk, and if they didn't recognize who you were, they ID'd you, or, you know what I mean? So it's like...
It's when schools began restricting items used by gangs.
Well, that's not.
I think Sandy Hook was a big change.
I think Sandy Hook was a huge change in it.
It was probably more like
yeah.
Right. But I think that's when, like, the hat thing became a real issue because, like, safety, knowing people's identities.
Danny's not even allowed to wear hoodies to school. It can't have a hood on it. It has to be a crew neck.
Really?
She goes to a private school. She goes to LVA.
Oh, well, yeah.
So they're not allowed to wear hoods.
But I understand where the, like, no hat rule comes from.
Yeah.
And I respect it to a degree. But, like, when it's cold in the winter...
Like, say, I want to wear my beanie.
Just let me wear... Like, because, like, my high school was split into 2 different buildings. But the one school was really fucking old. It did not have proper heating. Like, it was cold. Like, especially when it was, like, January, it was cold. Like, let me just wear a beanie. But at the same time, I understand why you don't want, like, a baseball cap obscuring your identity, your face.
Is saying the Pledge of Allegiance every day cult?
Yes!
Yes.
100%. Are you kidding me? I pledge allegiance to the flag
of
the United States of America.
No.
The
whole school. The whole building.
At the exact same time.
No.
Sorry.
Well, and in high school, every Friday, they played the Pledge of Allegiance, or the Star Spangled Banner.
Yeah.
Whoa, my school did not do
every
that.
Friday.
Every Friday, we had to
okay, everybody in the whole
if we
building.
Were in the hallway, stop.
You had to
stand
stop.
still.
Yes, you have to stop, and you can't do anything. You have to stare at something. You have to all say the same thing at the same time. That's a cult.
The fact that, my school, we didn't do it in high school. I don't think we did it in high school. But when we did it in middle school, like, there was an American flag in every single classroom.
Yes.
And you had to rotate and face the flag. Like, I feel like there was times where, especially, oh my God. When we started in, like, 5th or 6th grade English, when we started learning about, like, Nazi Hitler and Germany, and then we had to turn in the morning and face the flag, raise our hand over our heart and say it. That was the one time my teacher was like, we had a whole debate afterwards, because she was like, now, does this feel familiar to anybody else?
Yes.
And that's exactly what it feels like. It literally feels like when they used to Heil Hitler and face the flag. It's like, why are we facing a flag saying the same thing with our hand over our heart?
Because our president reminds me a lot of Hitler.
Yeah, I know. And I think it's a thing, too, is that, like...
You're not wrong.
Where was I going with that?
Our government
Where
is starting to head in that
Where was I going?
direction.
Shh. Where was I going?
A cult.
Where was I
Hitler.
going? Oh, if you sit down during the Pledge of Allegiance, or you don't
disrespectful.
stand up, or you don't put your hand over your heart, or you don't say it, people see you as less than or see you as disrespectful. When, if you were to sit down because you didn't agree with something else, it's not an issue.
Awful thought. What about people stuck in wheelchairs?
Well, they're exempt.
Yeah, when I was on crutches and stuff in high school, Miss V didn't make me stand. She would yell at me to sit back down.
Well, that's the same thing as, like, I feel like that's equivalent to people standing in church. Not everybody can stand in church because they don't have to, but they're still there for the same thing. So if you're sitting during the Pledge of Allegiance, it's the same thing.
Oh,
right.
so...
And, like, religious, like, this kid in elementary school, he, like, specific religious reasons to determine what they were, he never stood for the pledge.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But
And
that's
just 'cause
allowed.
his parents told him not to.
But also, I feel like anybody should have the right.
Right.
Well,
like, in high school, I didn't sit there hand over heart. I didn't say it. I just stood there.
I just stood.
Politely, because other people respected it. It was other people, do what you want. I stood there.
Yep.
going back to the church, my church, we just amended after COVID our pamphlets. We do a pamphlet every morning to tell you where you are in your service. And there's a little asterisk next to each place that it stands. And at the bottom it says, please stand if able.
Right.
Because we used to have a couple older members of the congregation get really upset if people didn't stand up. Because they saw it as disrespectful. Especially because,
But how is standing up
wait,
respectful?
hold on. Listen, I'm explaining. So, for some religions, some aspects of Christianity, some churches, it really all just depends. They feel that if you don't stand while the Bible is being read, it's a sign of disrespect to God.
But why is standing respect?
Because you're giving your full attention.
But you can give your full attention sitting too.
Right, but the whole point is you're standing up, your whole entire body
Is working?
attentive, it's working, and you're
I see.
paying attention. Because, like, think about it, when you're sitting down, it's so much easier to get distracted than it is when you're standing up.
Is talking to your ex a red flag or emotionally mature?
See,
it depends on what
It
happened.
depends
Yeah.
on how they became your ex.
How they became your ex, how the relationship is afterwards.
What type of ex, too, it also depends. Now, I'm just saying, what type of ex? Like, ex-best friend,
Ex-boyfriend.
No,
ex-boyfriend.
ex-relationship.
Okay, a friendship is a relationship.
No, okay.
But I'm also saying that
Romantic
type of...
relationship.
Okay. But I'm also saying that type of ex also plays into if it's a red flag or
I
not.
think it depends on both people. If you can be mature together and be like, this happened, it's okay, move on.
Right.
I think when it's constantly brought up, that's a sign of it being a red flag. If you want to really be over it and move on.
Well, and
Be
I
over it
also
and move
think
on.
it also
Yeah.
depends on how much time you're going in between talking to them. I'm saying if, like, you break up, you don't see each other for a couple years, and then you run into
That's
each other in
different.
public, and you just have, like, a casual conversation. That is being a mature person,
I think,
not just, like,
I think years
my-
afterwards.
Oh,
you can
right,
be-
exactly.
We sat there and said, I don't want, like, no, our lives are going to look different, but we don't want to lose the presence of each other.
Exactly.
So, like,
But
yeah,
it's
our
not gonna be the
relationship
same.
looked correct. And we weren't the friends we were before we started dating, but we still, God forbid I needed something. Like, him and I don't talk now, but I know for a fact, like, if I was really stuck and I really needed help with something, I can call him.
Right.
And it's the same with his family.
Right.
And that's a mature, to me, that's a mature relationship that we
Yes.
still have. Like, are we in contact still? No. Do we have each other and stuff? Like, yeah. Like, we watch from the sidelines. We support from the sidelines.
Yeah.
I think if it's your ex and you're just consistently talking to them for an extended period of time, that's when it's a red flag.
And that was the problem, was it was so fresh, because it was right after we broke up. Like, we were
Right.
still really close and whatever.
Because at that point, you're still in a relationship, just no sex.
Right,
Well-
your feelings can't go that fast.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
It's
If-
so hard to
Exactly.
flip the switch and be
Right.
like, okay, we're not
It's such
romantically
a
in love, we're platonically in
hard-
love.
Yeah.
It's such a hard switch to make
Yeah.
after you break up. And then there's some relationships where if it is that much of a toxic relationship,
It's
and
like
it
a
was,
weight that's like, thank
exactly.
God.
And then if you don't want to talk to them ever again, you do you, babe. Like, if that relationship fucked you up that much, just don't. Like,
Right.
that is emotionally mature
think
to
it also
know that
depends
you can't talk to
on how it
your
ends.
abuser again.
Oh, wow. I think it depends on how it ends. Too.
Yeah, it exists.
It also gets tricky if that person has become embedded into your friend group.
That was the biggest issue with us, was I was so close with his
Because
friends to the
how
volleyball.
do you walk away from... Well, that's what happened with my last ex. He was so ingrained because he was a part of our friend group before we got together.
Right.
So, like, how... They all ended up walking away from me, but it's
Right.
fine.
Right,
But it's
like,
like,
I don't
how
talk
do you...
to-
How do you...
Yeah.
How do you
Except Megan and I saw her
separate
the other
that?
day. It was really sweet.
There's no way to separate from a friend group like that after a relationship ends.
And like what sucks is like we had so much planned. Like we were supposed to go on vacation that summer as a
Right.
group and all this stuff, and I didn't get to go.
Like, you knew everything that was happening. And
Right.
It didn't happen.
Yeah.
And then I think... Fuck, what was I going to say again?
It definitely is how the relationship ends, though, because, like, if you end on good terms, then, yeah, fine. But if you end on, like, really bad terms, then don't do that to yourself. That's
I got it.
cruel and unusual punishment.
I think it also depends on, because if you're being friends right after, either both of you still have feelings,
Correct.
they faded a very long time ago, or one person still is stuck and the other person isn't, which for them it might be okay, but for it's still hurting somebody.
See, I don't know if that, because, like, we broke up, we were still friends, and then feelings on both ends faded out on their own.
Right.
It wasn't like we were both still, like, we both knew it was over, we both knew it was done. So it wasn't like one of us didn't.
Right, that's
like,
different.
That's different.
I don't know.
I definitely think it's a case-by-case basis.
Yeah.
It's a personality basis.
Well,
but
and
I think figuring out when to walk away and
it's
being
not
okay.
who it's about.
Right.
That's the thing with that is I talk about him all the time because he taught me so much. Like, I grew from that experience, whether
I
it was
think it's
positively or
all about
negatively,
them.
too. Like,
I mean,
I think that teaches you stuff too.
I think it's emotionally
loving somebody is
mature.
never a waste. You always learn something. I will say that till the
But
day
even
I
talking
die.
about your ex, talking about what you did, talking about what happened is a way to like.
There is a form of talking about them in a way that's beneficial for both
Right.
parties.
If
And
you're
there's
talking
a way
about
of
them
just
as, like-
shit talking your ex, and you're like, okay, well that's not emotionally mature. That's a red
Right.
flag.
I mean, I will say every now and then, like, you just gotta sit there and be like, fuck you.
Right.
Fuck this, like,
But
whatever.
if that's
but, like,
all you're whenever you
Right.
talk about them, if it's just constant
If it's
shit,
either
Right.
constantly bad or constantly like really good,
that's not good.
I feel like both of those. Are
I fear you're either A, still in love with them, or B, you just need to move on.
right.
And I think emotional maturity in that sense is when you know when to walk away and
Yeah.
being okay with walking away.
Yeah.
Because being okay with walking away is the hardest part.
Yes.
Very hard. Are dreams just alternate timelines?
No, because
I
I
think-
dream about.
No.
I have. Okay, now this is where I get weird.
This is where you get weird.
Yes.
You
Okay.
haven't already?
I have every so often I will have the most vivid dream in my whole
Yes!
entire life.
Oh
And
my
then-
god.
And then a couple months later, it happens.
Oh, see, mine doesn't.
No, it happens, and I get this.
That happened once.
I get this huge sense of deja vu.
We were just sitting in
And
your
then
bed
I
once.
just clock it, and I'm like, oh my god, I was here. I dreamed about this. And the thing is, it's never like, when I dream about it, it's never like, I can tell you that dream. I wake up and I never remember
Oh,
it.
yeah.
And
Oh, I
the
have
thing
that.
is, there's chunks of it that are just not, like, complete. Like, I will be in the moment, I'll be like, oh my god, I was here, but this is different, and this is different than how I remember it. But it's like, when
You got your nails done and now you talk with your hands so much
I
more.
always talk with my hands, but
It's so much more.
correct, yes. But when I have, and it happens a lot more than I realize, and then I have this, like, 3 to 6 months later, I'm like, oh my god, I dreamed about this. I was here.
I've had dreams where I can't know if they're memories.
I know what's like, I will know what's gonna happen next.
because
because
I
of
have
that dream.
dreams.
Well, okay.
that I don't know if they were memories or if they were actually a dream.
Yeah.
Like I can't tell the difference.
My thing is, you
It's
know how
terrifying.
some people don't have, like, an inner monologue?
How?
I don't know.
You're lying. You are lying.
No, but it's
What
it's
do you mean
genuine.
an inner monologue?
Like, I can
you
sit
talk
here
to
and have a
yourself?
full conversation with myself in my head, and it's,
you can
like,
as if you're talking to somebody.
you don't, so Lizzie doesn't have an inner monologue. You don't have, like, your conscience, like, your subconscious, like, your angel and your double, whatever, like,
They don't. You
in
don't
the
tell
back
me
of your
in
head, your voice.
I-
You don't have
you
the
can't-
voice. We sound insane.
Wow. You don't have a voice in your head.
I also can't see things when I, like, imagine
That's
them
what
or
I was
close
getting
my
to.
eyes.
Some people see nothing. They see a 2D picture. My thing is, if I say,
I don't even see.
there's an
2D
apple in my
picture.
hand. See the apple. You see a full 3D real life highlighted and shadowed apple.
Yes.
No,
You don't.
I see nothing.
Exactly.
Like, my brain can't put something there.
That's my thing is I'm
wanna
like
know-
Lexi,
do
which
you
is why
wanna-
I have
do
such
you wanna
a
know-
vivid.
I know nothing's there. That's
No.
why I'm good at doing like
Pause.
art things or like creating a
Pause.
thing because I'm like I see what I want there.
Yes.
I just have to figure out what I need to get it.
and that comes along with your color thing you have.
synesthesia.
Yes.
Pause.
Yeah.
Do you know what that is?
Autism.
Dyslexia.
Fuck off.
That's part of dyslexia.
But I don't have like problems like reading or seeing anything.
That's
like,
part of being dyslexic.
but I'm not dyslexic. I've been tested for it before.
But I'm just saying that is part of being dyslexic because your brain thinks in images and things, not words and actions. I think in words. That's how my brain processes things. Now, if you told me to sit there and imagine an apple, I could sit there and give you a full entire description of an apple, but I don't see it.
See, that's the thing. I can close my eyes and I can see an apple, like a full 3D apple.
I can write out what I see, but I cannot see it in my eye.
We're not talking about that, baby.
No, we're not.
This one.
Yeah, we're not talking about that.
No.
Oh, okay.
Okay. But that's part, if I remember correctly, that's part of being dyslexic, because it's like
you see pictures, not words.
You see pictures, not words, and
but
that's
then
why you
that doesn't
see
make
things
that confuses
easier.
me with you though, because
No,
if you
wait,
don't see
no,
the
it's synesthesia.
Yes.
Projective synesthesia, seeing colors, forms, or shapes when
We never said you
stimulated.
were wrong, my love.
No, I'm just saying.
We're just saying-
connecting the dots.
Okay.
That is weird with you though, that you don't have like that inner monologue then if you have everything with words.
I feel like I do, but it's not. All right, little traumatic.
Certain sounds.
I haven't
induce
heard that
sensation.
inner voice since the accident. So
So
I don't know if it's because of the trauma my brain took
Probably.
on.
It's like,
And-
shut the fuck up!
But I also think it might also be because of the migraines, and I take that medication that's an inhibitor, if it stops certain things like that. But
Yeah.
I really do
See-
think that, like, my medication and, like, the brain trauma I went through has actually disrupted a lot of things with my normal till after the accident.
So, this
So
is
I
all
don't know
it
fake.
was actually replaced with a bot.
Great. So this
Anyways,
is all fake.
Shut
My
the
thing
fuck up.
is-
How the fuck are you going to say this is fake?
This is the shit that scares me!
You're not.
Okay.
Thank you.
Wow.
Back to what we were talking about.
Put this back in your ear.
I don't want it in my ear.
Why?
I'm
My
getting
thing
hallucinations.
is like, you can sit there and say like, yeah, the crash, I can see you in the car, like I see it.
No.
Like that picture, and that's why
can.
my dreams are the way they are. Because I've talked to you guys about this before. I think I have such vivid dreams that like
Yeah.
I wake up like sobbing because I
do that.
I see.
But that's only when I replay memories.
Well, no, my thing is I see things in my dream, and I've noticed it only happens when I don't have slush, which is so strange to me.
Because it's a comfort.
Yeah, but like, it doesn't even need. I don't even need to be holding it or
Okay,
anything.
so
Like it could
synesthesia is
be.
actually a trait in autistic people.
Correct. I knew that. Are we just compiling reasons why you're autistic today?
No, because it says that a lot of people with it can experience, and it leads to a lot of sensory overload because you're connecting so many things together.
Yeah.
See, and I think
Well, that's my problem with the picture thing is I get like so like. Ugh.
I think sometimes that's my issue. I think I'm sensory deprived in certain ways. And that's why I've noticed the only way for my brain to, like, fully function for me to, like, study, I have to have, like, 8 different devices
Yeah, that's
playing
weird.
sound.
I'm the opposite.
Because I can't...
Yeah,
My-
you get overstimulated way
My
fast.
brain is, like, so sensory deprived that if I don't have it, then it just is constantly going.
Yeah. See, I think I'm like in between.
But that's also... I am tested and given diagnosed. I have inattentive ADHD.
Yeah.
And that's part of being... with the inattentive ADHD is I can just sit there and stare at a wall for like 6 hours and be content with my life.
No,
Time doesn't pass. Like to me when I like disassociate, time does not pass. Things are not happening around me and I'm just...
Wait, so this is
in a
actually like
bubble.
a thing? It's not just a thing
Yeah.
people talk about?
What?
Yeah.
Increased communication between sensory regions? This
Yeah.
is like an actual thing?
yes.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't remember what I was gonna say.
It's genetic?
Correct.
Oh, this happened with the one time. She wasn't answering me, and she had just texted me about how there was like a car crash. There was a car crash
you
like
told
down
me
the
this.
street from where she was, and then she was like, "Well, yeah, we're up on the parking garage roof. Like we're standing on the roof." And she stopped answering me for like 25 minutes, and I thought she fell. And like all I had playing in my head was the image of her up here and boom, just on the floor, just falling, and it just kept going and go. And I was like,
No.
"Oh my god!" I almost went insane.
No. I mean, I literally... Yeah, I don't picture anything.
This is
Like, I can logically... Do you know what I
vivid
mean?
mental imagery.
Like, if I've been somewhere, I can say, okay, yeah, I know what it looks like from the top of the parking garage. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, in my brain, I know what it looks like. I know what it should look like. But I don't... There's no
But like I can see
picture.
every car that was there. I can see every person
No.
that was there last time I saw it.
No, that's not...
I've always... Part of my thing is my memory. I've always had a very, very strong memory.
I do for the weirdest things.
when it comes to long term.
I do for the weirdest things.
Well,
My
yeah, I can
brain
tell you about the
remembers-
time in 2nd grade when I lost my pink pecan pie shop can and I cried at recess, and then Spencer Sabo found it for me, and I was so excited. But I could not tell you what I ate yesterday.
Yeah, no, I remember the weirdest things. But I also don't have a good long-term memory. Everything before the accident is fuzzy.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I have a pretty strong long term. It's my short term that's fucked.
it's both, to be fair.
Hear a word that makes you taste a certain flavor.
That has happened.
Yes, there are certain words that I'm like,
I feel like
minty.
that's normal
Yeah.
though. Like if you're talking about
no,
a food,
No, we're not
No,
talking about a
like-
food.
Like this sweater, like not,
marshmallows.
but like, do you taste it?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
okay, I'm not one to ask for this.
Okay, we need more questions. You have the MacBook.
This is so interesting. Can we do an episode on synesthesia?
Sure.
I'm so interested.
Okay,
Great.
we'll just do an
My
episode
little
about
autis-
legacy.
Hey.
Hey!
Hey now.
Hey now, hey now.
Don't dream.
This is what dreams are made of.
Are we aging or just leveling up?
Leveling up.
Leveling up.
You know what I realized the other day?
I'm on level 20. I'm gonna be on level
No.
21. See?
No,
it's-
you're turning.
You completed level 20
No,
already.
I know.
That's weird.
I know.
No.
I finished.
Yes. When you turn 1, you completed your first year of life. You didn't.
Exactly.
You're not in your first year of life. You completed
Yes.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird. That's
So
scary.
I will be starting level 21. Fuck yeah, man! I'm starting level 21 of this thing we call
Yes,
life.
because I'm going into 19. Like,
Yeah.
it's not that I'm turning.
You're
Like, I'm starting my 19th
starting the
year. I've
19th.
completed my
finishing
19th
your
year.
19th year.
So I'm starting my 20th.
Yes.
Ugh.
I'm
You're
starting
at
my
the start of your 20th year, yeah.
Ew!
Oh my god, I'm at the start of my 22nd year then.
Yes.
No, you're not 21 yet.
No, I'm saying when I am.
Yes.
Ugh!
Guys,
I wanna be married already.
I want to make a birthday cake, but I need to make one that you guys can have. Although we're getting like talk on stuff, I'm assuming, so I probably don't need it. But I wanted to.
I fear we should comply.
I think it's fantastic,
That's
but
great.
we need to find a dessert that you guys can both have.
I'll buy another cake.
Oh my god,
Okay.
those bust ass strawberry
No,
cakes.
I
Ugh!
want a chocolate one. I bought
The
you a
chocolate one
strawberry
is chocolate peanut butter.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
I eat it all the time. Fuck.
From where?
ShopRite.
Oh, we can go to ShopRite and I'll buy.
I want a Johnny Pop now.
You know there was still one on my this thing this
I
morning.
ate it this morning.
You just drank it.
Yep, that's how I'd like to
A
do
what?
that.
She got these popsicles and it was sitting on my thing and it melted in the wrapper. And I was like, well, what am I supposed to do with this?
I drank
Put
it.
it back in the freezer.
Well, I just left it there.
I drank it.
Maybe I'll get an ice cream cake.
I can't.
Okay, then you can get a gluten. Well, you can eat the crunchies in the middle of them.
You can't eat an ice cream cake.
I know, but I do anyways.
You dumb whore! That's how you have a flare.
Okay, why don't we get an ice cream cake and we'll get a gluten-free
Wait.
slice of something, and then
My dad used to make me gluten-free ice cream cake. You just do layers of ice cream and you crush up Oreos and put it in the middle.
Gluten-free Oreos.
yeah, but
shit,
I'll find one that just
Shut
doesn't
the
have the
fuck up.
crunchies,
I'm
or you
going
just
to kill
don't
you.
eat the crunchies.
True. I'd eat the crunchies anyways.
I know.
Cross-contamination.
Okay, that's not gonna kill her. It's not like she's gonna die.
Is the
It just makes her
future?
tummy hurt.
Oh my god, is the future real or just the present's anxiety? It's just anxiety.
I can't.
I don't
think
like
about
that one. I don't like that one. I don't like it.
No, give me a new one. I can't think about that.
It's just anxiety.
no.
there
I
is
can't.
no future.
Nope. I can't think about that. No. Yes.
Is deja vu a glitch or proof we're in a loop?
A glitch.
A loop.
A loop.
No,
We
it's
live in a
glitch.
loop.
No, we
There's
do
no
not.
way. There's no way. But this goes back to the dreams I was just talking about. That. How the fuck did I know?
Do you think we're reincarnated?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh yeah. I was almost.
100%. There's
um,
things that like feel way too familiar that
Right.
I've never seen before that I'm like.
That's why I think
Right.
kids who are prodigies, no, they just learned it a lot in their last life. So then when they come out,
Right.
I also.
they're really good at it.
I
so
also
it's a
think
prodigy.
that like. So okay.
And I think that's how prodigies keep getting better.
Okay. So
You
this
see what I'm
is.
saying? Picking up what I'm putting down. Smelling where I'm stepping.
Okay, so this is kind of, I don't know. So when my brother was really little, like, and he was first starting to talk, he would talk a lot about his his family that he watched in this fire. Die in this fire.
Yeah.
What?
Right. Okay, my brother
As a child?
4. He's like 3 or 4 years old. What the fuck does he know about a family that died in a fire? But he had such vivid like memories and dreams about them that he'd wake up crying some nights.
Yeah.
Like that is like one of those things where I'm like, okay, we have lived other lives. We're reincarnated, because how does a 4-year-old know about this fire that killed a family? And he's got like, he can't now, but when he was really little, he could describe in detail every single person in his family.
Yeah.
Before he died.
He's...
Yes. His family before us. So it's like, there's no way we're reincarnated, because what 4-year-old
There's
can
no way
do
we're
that?
not reincarnated.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. There's no way we're not, because what 4-year-old can explain that in such vivid detail like that? And that's like one of my, like, here's proof to me at least that we are reincarnated.
Well, the thing people could say is, oh, they saw it in a movie, oh, they saw it in a TV
Not at
show.
4.
But I still, yeah. What do they know? Mickey Mouse?
The kid can barely talk properly. What the fuck? Come on. Like, they're not, like, full developed children. Like,
And their memory doesn't work at that point. Their memory's not fully
they have
developed.
no memory. Their brain does not do that. So, like, he is clearly remembering past memories. That
Right.
It just...
We're still there because
we're
you
still
can't remember
there.
something new at that age
No.
because your brain's not fully developed.
I don't remember it, but my mom used to say I saw Joey before he was born. There's a little boy that used to run around our house, and I would tell my mom all the time.
Your imaginary friend.
Except
real.
it looked exactly like my brother.
Yep.
Like, to a T.
That's scary.
I also used to say a lady with
She's
him.
a witch.
I also used to say there was a lady with him all the time. And it would... So before my parents
So
even...
where's the lady?
Before my parents...
Mother.
Yeah, before my parents even knew that she was pregnant, I would talk about this little boy that ran around the house with a mom. A lady.
Ah! I don't like that!
And to the point where they would always go into one room in the house,
Which is now Joey's room.
which is now Joey's bedroom.
Stop! You're scaring me! You're scaring me!
But when I was a little kid, I was very much so in touch with whatever it is that
You're
is.
a witch!
I very much so. It comes from my ancestors.
You're a witch!
It stems from my ancestors.
What are your ancestors?
Being Native American.
Oh, that's why you don't like whistling at night.
Yeah, babe!
Oh! It's not night you can whistle. What does it bring? I'll look it up. Oh my god! Really? You believe in those? They're not real! They're terrifying!
They are real. I have seen deer that are not real. There's no way.
No, they're not real.
No,
I've
they
watched,
are.
Do you know how many fucking YouTube videos I've watched on
I don't
these?
care. I don't care.
Skinwalkers aren't real.
Why did you say it out loud?
Because they're not real.
I can't stay here tonight. I need to go home.
They're not real.
I can't stay
look,
here
it's
tonight.
in Minecraft.
I can't stay here.
My thing is, okay, my thing is, those
I
are...
saw one, guys. I saw one.
Wait, hold on. Those are the new version
Everyday
of the
for you.
2016 clowns.
No, they've
Right.
been around for so long.
No, but the way I think about it, like, those weren't in my life until,
Arr.
like, I
These have been in
petrified.
my life since I was a baby.
I'm telling my story!
Okay, sorry.
My
What,
thing
do it
is...
like that?
My
Don't
thing
stop
is...
getting
My thing is, I was
Shut up, let Natalie talk.
I was petrified of those clowns. Like, no matter what I did.
Fake.
Yeah, but I was absolutely petrified of them. And, like, I would not walk home alone at night. The block it took me to get to my best friend's house at the time, couldn't do it. My parents had to walk down and come get me for, like, months because I was so terrified of them. And that's how I am with those.
Ladies and Tangents episode on them.
I run from the car to my door every time I get home at night.
Me too.
Unless someone is there. Like, I run. Or if I'm walking in somewhere, I'm running. I did it yesterday. I had to go out and get my phone from the car, and I sprinted.
I do that too. I'm scared of the nighttime.
Right.
Yeah.
But this is something that...
Or, like, if I'm going to Allison's house up the block, I will sprint the entire way home because I'm so scared something's going to happen.
Yeah.
Even if it's not one of those, like, just a person is going to be there or, like, someone who can hurt me.
Oh, well, I'm terrified of being alone at night. Because
I
men are
unlock my
scary.
car from the door
See,
so that I
can't
can
do that.
so that I can run and get in the car before whoever's
That's fair.
underneath it can get out and cut
Oh,
my
they're
Achilles
witches?
tendon.
Yes. they're medicine men that have turned evil. But the thing is, this is something that I've been raised on since I was a little kid.
Yeah.
Like, this is...
Do not say the word, he who must not be named.
Yeah. So, like, in my household, if I was ever caught whistling out at night, I literally would get reprimanded. Because this is something, like, my grandfather, my great-grandfather... This stems down from when my great-great-grandmother, Princess Snowflower, was... Before she became... Nope, she took on a really
They have an episode about it.
Okay.
So I know what we're gonna watch.
No, we are not.
Did you...
Before she got married to a white man, and changed her name to something god-awful that I don't remember, because what the fuck, why would you go from Princess Snowflower to some god-awful white woman name?
Her name was Princess Snowflower?
Yes. She was the chief's daughter.
How do you know her?
Your great-great-grandmother?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But this has been... My family has been aware and talked about this. Especially because we are hunters.
Why do they hate whistling? They hate whistling!
Yes.
So why would they come if you whistle?
They hate it and then they track you down.
They don't like it, so they come to get you. That's the idea behind it.
That responds to this call. Causing those who encounter... How to defeat them. There's no way. You're stuck with them.
But because we're also hunters, my grandfather has seen animals that are not
Oh, yeah.
correct. And has only solidified more that they're very much...
May I use the voice of relatives or the cry of an infant?
Yes. Why do you think if I ever hear a baby crying at night, you will literally see me have a full-blown panic attack.
What the fuck are you gonna do when you have a child?
That's different.
Oh, okay.
I live in the middle of nowhere. There's no babies around. Why the fuck do I hear a child crying at 2 in the morning out my window?
Oh, out your window. I was gonna say if you have a TV or something playing.
Right. No, outside, I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's terrifying. That's terrifying.
That's the hard thing with me being in the basement is, like, all the creaks and noises that happen in my house. Like, I hear them and I can't tell if they're in my house.
Correct.
Or they're out of it.
Yeah.
Correct.
They're killed by a silver bullet or knife, and they revert back to their human form.
Okay. But that's why.
Okay.
Can they fall in love with humans?
Okay. Wow, we're going down
It's a common theme.
No, we're done. We're going down a weird rabbit hole that I don't want to think about. Continue.
Should you wash your legs in the shower?
Yes.
I see what people are saying, though, because the soap is running down your body.
No, it's the dirty soap that you just had up here.
That is like saying I put a little bit of soap on the top of this dish and it just running down clean the rest of the dish.
But it kind of does.
But it
didn't get the bacteria off, and it didn't clean out your pores, and it didn't...
And all the dead skin cells that you have to agitate to actually get to fall
Do you
off.
need to use a loofah, or can you just use your hands?
A loofah!
Or a washcloth.
You
Actually, we talked about
sociopath.
that.
I just use my hands.
And that
You're
is...
dirty!
And that is why
But okay, you wash your hands. You only use your hands. It's the same thing for your body.
No, you have to agitate the skin.
Why am I agitating?
Because that's how you get the dead skin cell and the bacteria off.
Well, I don't have any of those things.
Yes,
Correct?
you do.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
What is this?
No, I'm talking... Hey.
That's bacteria
That's
and
not
skin
what I'm
cells.
talking about. I'm talking about loofah.
Yeah, because you're supposed to use more than just your hands. You're supposed to use a washcloth to wash your face too, Lexi.
What?
Yeah.
Yes, you're supposed to use a washcloth.
To wash your face?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, I used to,
Why do you think I have so many of those little cotton thingies?
yeah, I used to have the little, like, thing you put, like, right here, and it's the little, like, scrubby pad. And I use it only, like, once a week in between. Like,
But
I
then
would
you
wash
have
my
to
face.
wash it every time.
You just rinse it off.
Yeah. You rinse it
But
off
I
and put a dish
just,
in the sink.
I just wash my face with my hands during the week, and then, like, once a week, I would take the exfoliator thing, and I would use that to, like, really get all this stuff
Okay,
out.
thanks, guys. Wow, I love being in the middle.
Well, I told you I would sit in the middle, but no, you said you wanted to, so...
Do you need to reply to a DM within 24 hours?
No.
I think you should.
I think it depends on what it's about.
What kind of DM? Are we talking like a social media DM or like a text message DM?
I think if
Yes.
you know who they are, you should answer. If you don't know who they are, who gives a fuck if you answer or not?
Alright, so why do you bitches never answer my TikToks I send you?
That's not actual...
That's not a message.
That's not a message.
It is a message.
No, it's not.
That's how my brain shows love.
Correct. But it's not something I could really respond to.
You could like it.
I do.
No, She does not.
No, she does. I don't.
That's what I'm saying. I'm looking at you when I say no, she does not.
Oh.
Natalie.
Sorry, I don't have time to go and watch all the 8,000 TikToks you sent me that day. I have shit to do.
I haven't done that many.
Elizabeth! Well, first of all, what the fuck is this?
Longer, duh.
I don't know.
Wow, it looks like you. I think of the video.
Danny sent me that shit the other day. She showed me in the car.
That's not all just me. That is not all just me.
Hey, some army.
That's
Okay,
not all just
here,
me.
look, Lizzie.
Lizzie.
That's
Me.
Lex. Lizzie.
In my defense,
Did you send us a video about Kegels?
no, that's Abby.
And I liked that one. Lizzie.
In my
Me.
defense,
Lexi.
in my defense,
Lex. Lizzie. Oh, that's Lexi. Lexi.
in
Lex.
my defense,
Liz.
Yes.
I enjoyed
Liz.
being
Liz.
an old grandma on Instagram
Oh, right.
until somebody told me, "Oh, you have to re-download TikTok."
Part
Because-
of that was I needed you to stop sending me Instagram reels while I'm out somewhere because it buzzes my phone.
Well,
TikTok doesn't do that. I have my
Listen.
notifications off.
listen. Why do you think I went almost a whole entire year without having TikTok on my phone?
She goes crazy.
Because I get bored on Instagram and then I walk away. TikTok, I don't get bored on. Therefore, I spend hours and I send 1,000,001 fucking TikToks.
So fucking delete it then.
I can't now.
That sucks. my
Somebody's
problem.
got me stuck.
She is stuck with
Yes.
All right, well, fuck me, I'm done.
Okay, that's the pod. See you guys later.
See you guys next week. This is
is-
third
this is
degree.
about-
You just got burned. Goodbye.
This is about to turn into a different type of podcast.
Where are your pants?
Where are you going?
Bye.
All right, me and Nat are gonna finish this out.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Bye, Lizzie.
I'll sit in her.
Oh, I can put my legs out. This is great. Why don't we do this all the time?
Because somebody else has to join us. All right. Do we own our thoughts or do they just happen to us?
Oh, that's not a good one.
I think we own them.
I don't know. Because I have thoughts I don't want to have.
Right, but I think
So
they're
they
still
unwill-
yours.
But they unwillingly happen. They're my thoughts, but they unwillingly happen.
Oh. So they just come to us? Is that what
Right.
you're saying? You're saying that one?
The bots that control us put them in our brains.
Right, because we're in a simulation.
Correct.
Forgot about that.
Although I did say we aren't controlled. I don't know.
I think some things are planted.
Go. You know what I want to know? How our Lantern Fest didn't light all of those woods on fire.
How did the trees... The trees, there was fire on them. The lanterns were on fire, and the trees had fire on them, and they did not catch on fire. How did we not set off a forest fire?
Hey, now the coaster I made for you was real.
The lesbian one?
Yeah, I made her a lesbian flag coaster in the fall.
Natalie manifested this shit. Is taking a nap a power move or a sign of defeat?
Both.
What?
That's what it says.
I think it's a sign of defeat, honestly.
I think it depends on...
Because I only nap when I'm so damn bad that I can't function anymore.
I nap when I fly.
But I feel like it's okay.
Well, because your body's so tired because it's working so hard to get your body
But
to
no,
work.
no.
because
I
it's
feel
dying.
like if you are able to make the decision to be like, I need to rest and I need to take a break,
that's a
that's
power
also a
move.
power move.
I'm saying those unwanted
Where you
naps
just randomly fall asleep when you're laying down.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
my body's just... That happened yesterday. I napped for like 3 hours last night because I was so tired coming home from comp that I just knocked out.
Yeah.
I was so
there
bad.
was there was a reason. You did something. So
Yeah,
you're
but it
just
was
tired.
defeat. I was so defeated from being
Okay.
go all weekend that I just crashed.
I see. Okay. What do you think?
I don't know. The only time I nap is when I flare.
Because you're defeated. Your body's so
Because
tired
my
that you
body's
need
so
to.
exhausted from trying to not kill itself that it's...
Correct. I
Needs
think
more
it's a
sleep.
sign of defeat.
But, I mean, power naps are called power naps for a reason, so...
Because you need to rebuild the power.
Exactly.
It's not that it's a sign of power. It's a need to rebuild it.
Oh, I see what you're saying. But to me, defeat feels like you failed.
Yeah, I failed at functioning. I needed to sleep.
But
My
like,
body
you didn't
can't
fail.
function.
I think you're just rejuvenating yourself.
I want Domino's. And I'm pretty sure everything's like half off right now or something. I saw a coupon ad. Can we get Domino's on the way back to school?
Oh, of course! You decided the question.
And then I can eat it in the car before I go to my lunch. So we should finish this up now
Make that
so that
make
we can go
sense.
sit in the dorm for 10 minutes. Because I'm not going to eat anything at the lunch. I don't like what they have no more. Hurry, hurry, hurry.
Okay, last one. Is water wet?
No.
Yes.
No, that has been, I've done the experiment on that before. You can, there's a way to do it if you put like,
Water molecules together are wet.
yes, but the molecule itself is not. We did it in like 8th grade science class. We took like a glass of water and like trapped the air in it somehow and put a paper towel in it. And the paper towel came back out completely dry.
Because it's in the air.
No, it went into the water. It touched the water. It's the same idea as you put cinnamon on top of water.
And
You can scoop it back out and it's dry.
but
The
it's
water-
cinnamon.
But how does rain make us wet?
Because it's still
Because the
water.
molecules together are
Like,
wet.
by
the
itself.
individual water H2O molecule is not wet.
But when they come together.
But when
they
you
are
combine
wet.
multiple of them, they are.
I don't get that.
It's the same idea with any liquid.
That breaks my brain.
I don't understand science. I don't get how it works, but it does.
And you know what? That's fine. I'm not a scientist.
All
I
right.
don't need to know.
That's why I dropped chemistry. All right. Well, that's it.
Alright.
I hope you guys enjoyed that because I sure did. There are more. There are a lot more. We could probably do a whole other one. So we'll probably come back to that at some point. But that's the random
What, tomorrow we're filming?
another one.
Perfectionism.
We're doing perfectionism.
I'm excited about that because I could talk about that for hours. The idea of that with dance, I could talk about that for hours.
I am a perfectionist, so it's gonna give
I
me a
am
bit of a
too.
crisis.
Well, and after this weekend, like my view on that has changed a lot because
I wanted to do
competing-
imposter syndrome, but she won't let me.
I don't know what that is.
I have diagnosed imposter syndrome. That can be something you two do when I'm not here.
Okay.
Because if I'm in the room, you will actually send me spiraling. Thank you, car crash.
Yep.
They think they're basically not real.
Whoa! Please don't.
Sorry.
Yeah, my thing with that is like competing when you're not graduated. You take it so much more seriously. Competing after I graduated, the score doesn't matter. I don't care. I just did it to do it.
Right.
So it's a very different idea.
Yeah, so that'll be next week for you
Yeah,
guys.
I'm very excited for
But
that.
we're doing that tomorrow. All right.
Sorry.
I hope you guys enjoyed this one. You can find us anywhere you see a podcast. Spotify, Apple Music. Follow our YouTube.
What, Apple Music?
Apple Podcasts. Sorry.
I didn't know that.
Instagram, TikTok.
TikTok.
Bitch, you still need to change the profile picture on the Instagram.
You didn't send it to me.
Yes, I did.
Oh. Did you send it to me this weekend while I was busy?
No?
Oh.
I don't know when I
I
did.
don't know.
Okay, I'll send it again. That's it.
Yay.
We'll see you guys back here next week.
Bah.
And you just got burned to the third degree.
Bye.